Following these violent protests around the country, could there be an uptick in COVID-19 cases? That's the question this morning. And joining us to discuss the answers, Dr. Gottlieb. He's also CNBC contributor, serves on the board of Illumina and Pfizer. Good morning to you, Doctor. You know, we watched these protests taking place and the unrest all across the country. Some people were masked, some people weren't. What's your state of concern at this moment?
Well, look, I think there's going to be a lot of challenges coming out of the events of the past week. One of them is going to be that probably chains of transmission will have gotten lit by the large gatherings. I don't think that there's really a question about that. Minnesota, in particular, was experiencing a large outbreak of its own. They really didn't have full control of the epidemic. It was expanding. Hospitalizations were going up. They're still going up. So that's going to be another challenge coming out of these events.
You know, the mayor of Atlanta suggested that anybody who was involved with any of the protests or were out on the streets should go get tested this week. What would you recommend across the country take place? Should everybody go get tested?
Well, look, it's unclear what the prevalence is in these different areas and who is in those crowds. I think your risk has to do with what the prevalence is in the community that you're in. You see a lot of communities in the United States right now where the prevalence is very low, where you see cases coming down, others where it's high. I don't know particularly about Atlanta, but certainly when you look in Minnesota, you see a higher prevalence in other parts of the nation. A lot of people who are in these crowds are young people who probably weren't heeding a lot of the warnings anyway about social distancing. But these certainly brought together big groups of people and increased the risk that you're going to see some transmission coming out of these events. Again, there's a lot of difficult issues coming out of these events. This is just one of them. But I think you're going to see some chains of transmission that will have gotten lit from these large gatherings, from these protests.